G'day folks, Schnab's back. Been a couple weeks since I put up a video. Been crazy cold out here, and of course, as you can see, I don't have a roof yet, so no way to heat the place. Minus 26s overnight. Great for freezing an ice rink, but not so good for working out here. Today's the first day it's kind of manageable, like we're looking at -7 or something, so I can actually get some work done. So the Can-Am's still here. We've got the axles in, but we've been waiting for swing arm bearings. Ordered these things back before Christmas. The first set got lost in shipping after 3-week delay. They were on back order. Then we finally got around to ordering another set. They came pretty quick, but then it got super cold and I couldn't work out here. It was -20 trying to hold on to tools. Wasn't happening. So we're gonna pull this thing apart and I'll show you how to do the swing arm bearings. Well, that air is cold at -7. And as you can see, we got the new CV axles in. Unfortunately, we gotta pull them back out, at least this end, to get the swing arms out. Not a big deal. I only put them back in so that I can move this thing around. Won't be hard to get them back in. They ain't been in there long. Okay, so we got quite a bit of travel here. You can see the bearings where they're worn out back in here on the swing arm. Okay, next thing you got is a little dust cap. I just knocked off the clamp and pulled it off. This one's split, so probably a lot of dust and debris was getting in there. We got a nut and a plate that need to come out. Okay, just pulling out the nut here. Using my little compressor. Liking that. Okay, I'm gonna pull that shock off here. Since we're at that point. Okay, shock's free. Alright, got a nice big thick washer, and then you can see the splined shaft plate that goes on here. That one looks like it's been through some abuse. And it's broken in two, so that's not helpful. Okay, so you see our plate broken in 3 pieces. That's never a good thing. So next thing you can see you got a big C clip in here, and then we got to pull that nut in the back. It's a big, you can see the cutouts. It's a special socket you have to do those. And some handy dandy little snap ring pliers. Get this thing off of here. The hard spot to put a light. Okay, nothing to that. Okay, so this is the tool you need to get them out. You can see it's got 4 little cogs in here that go into that nut. I'm sure it's something that a machinist could make pretty easy, but for the rest of us that don't have lathes and mills and stuff, you gotta buy it. Yeah, nothing like mud dust in your face. Yeah, we had a bit of dirt in there. So the biggest deal here is, that's your gas tank right there. I'm trying to heat up this area here. So you gotta be pretty darn careful. Finally. Whew, that took some doing. Problem here was, the end of that shaft was all rusty because the cap was gone. So these threads had to walk over that cap. And they were not liking that one bit. So that's what you're looking at right there. It's too hot to touch. Oh yeah, definitely. And that's why you need that socket. Okay, so just a little pry bar in behind just to pop that bearing loose off the shaft. Move some plastic out of your way. And there you go. You can see this bearing came apart in 2 pieces. Okay, so there's the inside of the swing arm. That's how bad the bearing was. That it literally split in 2 when I popped it out of there. So it's held in with a clip, and then you just press it out. Okay, so there's the clip out. She's a heavy guy. So it took some doing, and she's pretty rusty in here. Okay, here we are pressing out the bearing. It took some doing to get things lined up with these plates, because you're dealing with such fine area here without it getting too far under where it hits that bearing. And it's a tight thing. Like that first pop, I was skeptical, and then she finally popped and went. And now we're just finishing it off here, hopefully. Pushing it in should be a fair bit easier. First thing I'm going to do is clean up the inside here with a wire wheel. Okay, so there's our new bearing. I just tapped it in so it would be straight. And this bearing's been outside -30 for the past week. And I just heated up the outside here with a propane torch. And you can see, if you were so inclined, you could just go around and tap that in. Okay, so it's not a lot of effort to go in when you clean the surfaces up and they're not covered in rust. If you look on the inside, you can see there's a lip, and that's how far the bearing has to go. So you got to bottom that bearing out. Okay, all the way bottomed out. Okay, so before we put that back on, I still have the inner bearing race still to knock out. And there's not a whole lot of ways to get at it from this side without prying on things that you shouldn't, like the gas tank. So I'm gonna have to go in from the other side with a long bar and just tap it around and see if I can get it out that way. Other than the dirt going down my shirt, that one actually came out pretty easy. Okay, that's our inner bearing race. Should be part of the bearing. It should not come out separately like it did, but. Okay, so the next thing, put our C-clip back in, go over to the bench for that. Now that I can actually get at the threads back here, I'm going to clean them up so hopefully it goes together a little easier. Now this trailing arm is ready to go back on. Okay, same thing, the plastic's a bit in your way. Okay, so I just got it in behind the plastic, and then I'm going to start my axle through, because you kind of got to put them both on at the same time. Like so. A little tapping here, and we'll get that thing back in. Lock nut all cleaned up. There's a flat side and a tapered side. The taper goes in. Inner circlip is on. Nothing to that. Okay, so the last piece we got here is the actual sway bar or torsion bar or whatever you want to call it. You can see there's the plate from the other side that we didn't take off. Right, and some of the teeth on here are a little mangled up from that busted piece, but I think we'll be okay. I had to order the other plate because I just didn't feel confident welding that thing up that it was going to last. There's a lot of pressure on that, and it's missing pieces. To put it back in is not a big deal. It just slides through the hollow pipe that's part of the frame, and your end caps go in. You got an arrow. They both face up. Okay, so again, we're ordering some parts. It's going to be a few days, but I think you get the gist of it. Hopefully this helps somebody out there, whether you're deciding whether you want to take this job on or not. Maybe you picked up a tip or two. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.